welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day and we have spent most of it cleaning. I say cleaning and rearranging because we're moving. We're doing our I want to do the transmission stuff in the house garage. It just gives me more like room kind of. So I've been moving some stuff around in there and had to do a bunch of rearranging and getting rid of stuff and just like spring cleaning almost. Here's that. We got our press moved in here. We've got our table. We moved in this box that we had out in the shop and cleaned out some area here so we can have we just need the vise from time to time in here. So we got all the stuff we can work on the transmissions right here and not have to do it in the shop. So be sweet. Okay, there we go. We've got where we're going to do our transmission stuff, and we've got a lot of transmission work to do. We got to do the Z-Spec for Pirate. He's got all the parts. We got to do the transmission for Resurrection, change out the second gear, synchro stuff, and fix shift fork in that. David's got 2 transmissions that we need to just do the modification stuff to and get to him. We got to shim our Z-Spec up. I mean, we need to figure out something with Eric on his stuff. Got a lot going on, so a lot of transmission stuff going on, and I'm but that'll give us more room in the shop, because ultimately my goal for years now, it seems like the cars that were garbage, total garbage, like Dirty Pickle. Well, since I got Dirty Pickle, it's been in the shop, just taking up space. And before that, it was Krusty was in here a lot. I don't know. It's just always the junk cars are in here, and the decent whatever the cars are racing and stuff sit outside. So that's why the failed TD's never here. I don't want it to be outside. I want it to be inside. So clear all this out, and that'll allow us to bring McNugget in and out, which will be nice. And anyway. So that's what we're in the process of doing. But we did get something in the mail from a subscriber. He told me he was sending me this. You guys, Arturo, been a subscriber for a while. He got this in with a car that he bought, some parts, and said, hey, he technically doesn't know if it works, I don't think. But so it's, hopefully it does. If it does, that will be fantastic. This razor blade is on its last leg. Okay, here we go. All right, the pack. Things are starting out good when you get a Mountain Dew in the box. Dang, I mean, no note. Don't need a note. We're good. Hold on, brother. Hold on. We're gonna go with this right here. Let's give us good. Man, I gotta seal that back up before I get drunk. You know what I mean? I'll start acting crazy. We can't. But I appreciate that. That's man, I don't drink nearly as much Mountain Dew as I used to, but you know what that means? It means that when I do drink it, oh my God. Whew. Just don't say anything. Let me savor it. That is almost as good as a kiss from Teresa. Almost. But thank you, Arturo, for that. We're already having a great day. It's a beautiful day. We ate lunch. We've been getting a lot of cleaning done. And we just got a Mountain Dew in a box. Don't get no better, I don't think. So what did he send us? Well, he sent us actually something that's really cool. And I hope that it works, because that will make it even cooler. He sent us a Motorsport ignition box. Now this is technically a technically a Crane HI6. But the cool thing about this, and this is what made it really cool, besides the fact that if it works, that will be even better. What makes this really cool for us is that we can put this on McNugget. And what it will allow us to do is we can have David, I guess it was in a dirt track car. David can adjust the fuel limiter wherever we want it with the tune, and I'm not sure where he has it set now, but with that intake and stuff, we may need to run it on up. I told him to move it up a little bit anyway, but I'm not sure where he put it. So what this will allow us to do is we will have the fuel limiter set in the computer. This limiter we will use as a two-step. We will be able to wire this into a button like any other MSD two-step or anything like that, and the actual rev limiter that's you use as a rev limiter with this box, we will use as a two-step. And then the computer will handle the rev limiting on the fuel limiter. So that's how we'll run it. And that, when he said, hey, you know, I can send it to you, and I was like, hey, that'd be cool, because that was my first thought, was this will allow us to have a two-step. Besides the fact that we'll have the extra ignition capability, this will allow us to have a two-step in McNugget, and that was like, yeah, that sounds awesome, dude. So Arturo sent this to us, and even if it doesn't work, I still appreciate it, because it's the thought that counts. He doesn't know if it works or doesn't work. So he, you know, spent his hard-earned money to ship it to us, and if it works, that'll be fantastic. If it doesn't work, well, I still appreciate it anyway, because I got a Mountain Dew out of it, and you know, and plus this is cool. Even if it doesn't work, it makes for cool wall art. And we've got that other 6A style ignition. I can't find any wiring stuff on it. So I need to look into that to try and figure that out a little bit more. That was sent to us, and that is really cool too. So, but yeah, here we go. This is for McNugget. It'll be bolted in, and it will allow us to have a two-step, which is freaking awesome. Just hopefully that works. We're gonna have to, you know, do all the wiring stuff.
Skills, yo, skills.
And the other day I brought home the piggyback TFI deal, because I got a couple of those. So, all right, Arturo, thank you very much. This is really cool. Man, this would have looked good in the Blue Dragon just because it's blue, but it's going to look good in McNugget also. And I have to figure out where I'm going to put it so I'll be able to get to the controls easily, because I like to change the two-step based on kind of what I see on the start line. Sometimes something happens, I'm like, ooh, I need to turn it down a little bit, or ooh, I need to turn it up. So I like to be able to do that at a moment's notice. But very cool, Arturo, thank you very much. Oh man, we're gonna put that in the refrigerator and get it nice and chilled, and then we're gonna have a thunderstorm. So, all right, now we got to start get some things arranged so we can get this motor out of crusty. And we still got to do the rear stuff. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get to work. One of the things that we're going to do is we have got what needs to be rebuilt engine or short block on our engine stand that we have here at the house. We need that engine stand to put a different engine on. So we're gonna pull it out from over here. Hopefully we'll squeeze it through crusty. And we went to Harbor Freight the other day and they were on sale. We got a couple furniture dollies, and we're gonna put that engine on one of these so we can roll it around, move it around if we need to. And we are going to take Krusty's short block out and probably put it on the engine stand, because we've got some stuff that we're looking at doing. It's not 100% set in stone the way we're going to go, but we're going to do some preliminary looking around at something. So we'll probably mock that up first, and then that is basically, once we're going to do the rear end to get where Krusty, but that motor's got to come out. The engine's got to come out. So we'll put that on this thing, then we'll put that short block on the engine stand. That is where we're at the moment. So I'm going to try and finagle that out from back there, which maybe we'll time lapse it. of you older subs may remember this particular short block. This was originally what was set in the LTD. Basically, we started the channel on this. It's a 28 ounce non-roller block. It's an older short block, older motor. It was making some odd noises, and that's why we decided to pull it out. But you know, one day we're going to do something with it. It's probably hard for you to see. It's got 3/8. It's got 3/8. Whoops, sorry. It's got 3/8 rod bolts in it. It's nothing fancy. It was built, I don't know. I think Falcon Wayne had this thing built back in 89 or 90. It's been around that long. So I just didn't ever want to get rid of it. It's a 40 over. It's just a basic TRW motor, TRW piston. But you know, one day maybe we'll do something with it. Maybe we'll go 60 over. I have always wanted to do another little combination. Always wanted to do like a 310, 311 type little high revving, you know, like a zero balance type deal. Just something that revs real high, small cubic inches. That's just what I like. So costs more to build that than it would to build a stroker, but you know, that's just what in my head I liking that. But the reality of owning something like that is probably, you know, not all it's cracked up to be. But you know, I don't want to say you can always dream, but you know, that's just, you know, if I just had the money to build something that whatever, but then along with that you'd have to have the transmission and, you know, some of the other stuff. But and I think I would like it, but it'd probably require a little bit of some maintenance on about, and I just don't want to do stuff like that. I like the thought of owning it and driving it more than I like the thought of working on it. So anyway, but maybe we'll do something with this one day. I don't know, but I'm not getting rid of it. Now we need to I was going to say clear this stuff out of the way so we can crab walk the engine hoist over into the shop, but I think I can probably just get it across here the way it is. That should be entertaining for you guys to watch, because like I always say, it's a Tussin tip. You want to make your life truly meaningful, build some character, and have all your friends call you a moron and people on YouTube, then work harder, not smarter. Anyone can be smart. It takes a real man to be tough and stupid. Right, guys? So watch this. We're about to put that into full effect. Got our chain on. Now we'll hook up to it. Pull it up, get it off the stand, set it on its backside on the dolly. We'll be able to put it where we want. I read this story about Billy Glidden, and if you don't know who Billy Glidden is, well, you need to educate yourself on Google or wherever you want to go. But he was the son of Bob Glidden, NHRA Pro Stock legend. I personally think the greatest pro stock racer of all time. Billy was his son. The story he told was that his dad never built a motor on an engine stand. They built everything on the floor because his dad thought or felt that the engine hanging off the stand or whatever would distort the cylinder walls. Now I know they make, you could brace them. I've seen stands with braces and stuff like that. But so they built everything on the floor, and I don't know if Billy still did that or maintained that, MO to this day. But I know he built his share on the floor, according to him, sitting on the floor. In their shop, they had a wall with bins of tools. None of it was labeled. They knew where every single thing was. They knew every tool and every bin. They knew what it was. Just reach up there and get it. So, that's next level to me. I'm sure a lot of race teams have got stuff like that, and all this other stuff, but not building it on the floor, or building it on the floor, not using a stand. Phew. That's something else, at least in my opinion. All right. The way it's going to hang. All right, let's switch to a time lapse. Made that harder than it should have been because of my chain positioning. And on a side note, putting a piece of wood across it probably better, but that's not going anywhere. So we'll put the bag back on it. Be ready to, at least I can move it around. Also, this thing hadn't been turned in I don't know how long, so the thing was locked up on it. Now I could have just taken it loose, 6 one way, half a dozen another. But anyway, so we've got that done. Now the next thing, let's pull that. Here we go, ready to pull the shorty out of Krusty. I went, just out of curiosity's sake, I went back and looked at the dyno day of Krusty. It was about, I don't know, 5 years or so ago. This thing made 367 and 353. I gotta be honest, this car was a disappointment as to how it ran at the track. I mean, it was fun to drive and stuff, but 367 and 353, and it went like 697, 696. Don't get me wrong, it's not a lightweight, or wasn't a lightweight, but it wasn't technically a super heavyweight either. I mean, it had tubular K-member and stuff on it. It just ran like 96 miles an hour. I mean, I think maybe it ran 97. Ran a 697 and I think a 695. But I gotta be honest, that's not particularly impressive considering what the car probably weighs race weight, or what it weighed race weight, and the power that it made on the dyno. Just another, dynos aren't always makes big power or makes good power, but just doesn't show up at the track kind of a thing. And the mile an hours, it did have a bunch of mile an hour. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know. I had to go back and look at that because I was kind of curious. But anyway, it'll be better all the way around whenever all the dust settles on everything. So, but now let's rock and roll you guys one more time. Get this out. is. Look at all that compression on it. We got to pull the timing cover off too and change the front seal. Was leaking like a sieve on this thing. So anyway, there he is, our crusty short block out. Now I think we got some stuff we're gonna do to it. Not to it, but just in general. So, all right, cool, getting that work done. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, a wrap-a-roni. Yeah, we screwed up on the time lapse of me getting the engine hoist down. I messed that up. Thought I had it hit play and it was something. I have to be careful sometimes when I hit play or double tap or something. Anyway, it went about as you would expect. It was a total train wreck, but I persevered. Again, work harder, not smarter. We once again proved, we validated that statement because we did it. And you know what? I feel accomplished. So yeah, I want to thank Arturo again for this ignition box. Hopefully it works. It's very, very cool. That was very cool of him. And especially thanks for the Mountain Dew. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be mocking some stuff up. We're also going to be working on our rear end. And then we're going to be moving Krusty. And then we've got some other stuff we're going to probably move Pro Stock. So we have looked at that a little bit. I started a video on it, but haven't finished it yet. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on in the next couple, 3 weeks. So we got parts in the mail. We got stuff coming in. There's going to be stuff coming in next week. We got stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about that as we get it. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of plans going on, a lot of change, a lot of things happening everywhere. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Damn you guys, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I look at those numbers and go, people love me. Ring that bell. Ring that bell. Hit the thumbs up. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. Look at that. And that Mountain Dew, I still got a little taste. I had a sip of Coke and it hasn't even washed the goodness away. I'm just still. It's a sensual experience. Especially, thanks for watching. Damn, my glasses are dirty. And until next time on Substandard later on this here man's YouTube. One year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fight the good fight against Dr. Fear and Sausage. We'll see you guys in the next video.